She invited her ex to our anniversary, and I discovered the truth too late. Chapter 1. The guest list we never agreed on. Our 4th wedding anniversary was supposed to be something memorable. Madison and I had never gone all out before. Life always seemed to get in the way, busy schedules, finances, work stress. But this time we decided to celebrate properly. A backyard party, soft lights strung through the trees, catered food, music from our college days, simple, elegant, and personal. We had spent weeks planning it together, poring over guest lists and food options, arguing over music playlists and agreeing that this was about us. Only close friends, immediate family, and a few neighbors we genuinely liked. No drama. No surprises. So when I saw a man I didn't recognize walk in with Sarah, one of Madison's college friends, something in me paused. He wasn't just another face. He looked familiar, somehow lodged in a dusty corner of my memory. He made a beeline for Madison, and she lit up the second she saw him. They hugged. Not the quick, polite kind of hug you give an old classmate. This one lingered. I knew then. I didn't need an introduction. Still she gave one. "This is Levi," she said casually, as if that name meant nothing. Sarah's friend. But Levi was not just some friend. Levi was her ex. The one she had been engaged to before me. The one she told me was ancient history. The one she hadn't seen in 6 years. And now he was standing in my backyard on the night meant to celebrate our love. I kept my cool, smiled, shook his hand. But deep down I knew something wasn't right. And as the night wore on, I couldn't stop watching them. Laughing. Reminiscing. Fitting together like old pieces of a puzzle I never saw coming. And worse, I couldn't shake the question. Why had she kept this from me? Chapter 2. The Lie in Plain Sight. That night, after the guests left and the music faded into silence, I asked her about it. Point blank. Why was Levi there? Why didn't she tell me? She shrugged, acted like it was nothing. Said Sarah asked if she could bring him. That she didn't think it was important enough to mention. That she didn't want to make things weird. But it was already weird. This wasn't about an old friend. It was about omission. About sneaking his name past me like it would go unnoticed. About introducing him as Sarah's friend, when she knew exactly who he was. I told her it wasn't about jealousy. It was about trust. If the roles were reversed and I invited an ex without telling her, how would she feel? She called me controlling. Paranoid. Said I was overreacting. Said I was turning something innocent into something ugly. But deep down I knew something had changed. She started going out more. With her college group. She came home smiling, distant, distracted. She stopped leaving her phone around. It was always face down. Always silent. And when I tried to reach for it once during dinner, to check the time, she flinched. I didn't want to be that husband. The one who snoops. The one who doubts. But I couldn't ignore the feeling in my gut. The one that whispered she's hiding something. The messages she never meant me to see. I told her I needed honesty. That I wasn't looking to fight. I just wanted the truth. If there was nothing between them, there should be nothing to hide. She hesitated. Her face turned pale. Her fingers trembled as she unlocked her phone and handed it over. At first, I checked the group chat with her friends. Harmless banter. Dinner plans. Jokes. But then I saw a separate thread. Just her and Levi. The messages weren't explicit. But they weren't innocent either. They spoke of memories. Of times that only they shared. They laughed about songs they used to listen to, places they used to go. Talked about who they used to be. Then came the plans. Coffee dates. Lunch meetups. Always when I was at work. Always when I wasn't around. I counted 4 separate times they met alone. None of which she ever told me about. I confronted her. She claimed it was harmless. Said friends do this all the time. Said nothing physical ever happened. But she missed the point. It wasn't the coffee. It was the cover-up. It wasn't about Levi. It was about what she didn't tell me. Chapter 4. The Box Behind the Filing Cabinet. I stayed with my brother Tom after that. I needed space. Clarity. He didn't ask questions. Just gave me a beer and a bed. When I returned a week later to grab some files from the home office, I found it. A shoebox tucked behind old binders and photo albums. Inside, letters, photos, cards. At first, I thought it was ancient history. Mementos from her past. But then I saw the dates. A movie ticket from 2 months ago. A receipt from a bistro we'd never been to together. A greeting card signed by Levi, dated just before our anniversary. With a message that read, "You still get me like no one else ever has." I felt like the ground beneath me cracked open. That night I laid everything out on the table, literally, and she couldn't deny it anymore. She admitted they'd been meeting for almost 6 months. Not 3. That they reconnected even before he moved back. That she never told me because she knew what it would look like. She swore nothing physical happened. But I wasn't asking about bodies. I was asking about hearts. The marriage I thought I knew. She cried. Said she was stupid. That she never meant for it to go that far. That Levi made her feel young again. Say, free. Said it was never about replacing me, just remembering who she used to be. She offered therapy. A new start. A move to another city. A vow renewal. But something inside me had already shattered. I realized I wasn't mourning a betrayal. I was mourning the death of a version of her I thought was real. And as much as I wanted to hold on to the life we built, I couldn't live in a house made of silence and secrets. I filed for divorce. She begged, pleaded, made promises she should have made months ago. Then I heard it, from mutual friends, that she and Levi were now together. And suddenly, everything she denied became truth. Chapter 6, The Life After Her. The divorce was finalized last week. Quiet, efficient, clean. No children. Just assets and broken trust. She kept the house. I took the investments. I moved into a one-bedroom apartment near work. Strange, learning how to be alone again. I wake up to silence. I cook for one. But there's peace now. A kind I hadn't felt in months. I started hiking again. Picked up photography. Took a solo trip to Colorado. For the first time in a long time, I felt present in my own life. And then one day I ran into Sarah, the friend who brought Levi. She apologized. Said she didn't know Madison had kept it from me. Said she had told her to be honest. I asked her why Madison didn't listen. She just shook her head. Maybe some people don't lie because they want to cheat. Maybe they lie because they want to keep both worlds, until the worlds collide. And when they do, someone always gets buried in the wreckage. This time it wasn't me. I'm not bitter.